Well, good afternoon, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, excuse me, without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Taco Tuesday, and I hope all your taco dreams come true. Headed back to the man cave, got work to do, trying to get motivated to get it done. Just been kind of in a funk. Anyway, we have maybe a story, maybe a not story. Calvin Hill Jr. Tweeted out about an hour ago that Agent Zero, as in the number 0, was going to be used by the Cowboys. And I saw Jeff Kavanaugh retweeting it and J Tuck retweeting it and things. And of course, they didn't say DeMarvion Overshown when he tweeted it, but he said Agent Zero is back. Now, the controversy there, of course, is 00 is on Rowdy. Now, technically, that shouldn't matter because Rowdy, the mascot, is not one of your 53 players. He's not. So it shouldn't matter that Rowdy has 00. So odd, okay? But, Jerry Jones didn't want Overshown to have that number. So Overshown has had the number 13. And you can look at the Cowboys from having an idiot kicker having it to Michael Gallup having it, and of course Agent Zero having it. The Cowboys have not had a lot of success with people wearing the number 13. And maybe that's karma for the Cowboys that he got hurt a second time, hurt the knee, a second year in a row where he's literally starting all over, okay? He completely blew his knee out. But the tweet coming out basically saying DeMarvion Overshown is going to be the number 0 was tweeted out. And then it was taken down. It was tweeted out, and then it was taken down. So we don't know if that means that it is going to be used by Overshown. If it was, oops, I wasn't supposed to let that out just yet, and the Cowboys want to do some kind of, 0 ceremony, or if he got the story wrong. We just don't know. We don't know. But what we do know is Overshown is on a mission to get back out on the field. And Overshown, who again, like I said, he tore everything. He's starting over with a brand new knee. Is itching to get back on the field. Thought being is a year-long process to heal, which would be about the middle of the season. But I think he's circling on his calendar to be back a lot sooner than that. We've seen him a month ago, line dancing and seemingly moving real well. Now, I'm not going to equate dancing the same as playing linebacker in the NFL because it's just not. But to know that he is actually doing that well with a knee where he's got 3 ligaments that were replaced says a lot. And you start thinking about 4 months before training camp, you might be looking at the AP. Now, Adrian Peterson famously came back in 9 months from a tore ACL to get back out on the field and rush for 2,000 yards. And I want to say that that's probably the fastest anybody has come back to being 100% on a knee. When they basically said, Adrian Peterson's going to start the season, it's like, yeah, sure he is, okay? It's only been 9 months. There's no way in hell. But he surprised the hell out of everybody and came through there, like I said, 2,000-yard season. Now, Overshown, you got to look at this and say, well, this is like 13 years later. Modern medicine has gotten better since since Adrian Peterson had his surgery. You never know. I don't count on it, but I wouldn't count it out either. So we'll have to wait and see if that is in fact the case. I would love for him to be 0. If they ended up putting the number 0 on a jersey, I can guarantee you they will sell a boatload of them. So I don't see where there's a controversy here on giving him the number 0, since his nickname is Agent Zero. Okay, Agent Zero. It's the perfect fit, unless, Rowdy's pitching a bitch fit about it, and not wanting to share the limelight, because we know how important, he is. We know how important Rowdy is to the Cowboys winning. So we'll wait and see. We'll see if we have anything more on it. So Clarence Hill Jr. tweeting it out. Agent Zero is back. Oh, but Agent Zero, this is where it's interesting, because last week he tweeted out the counter from the television show 24, and he said, in 24 hours we're going to have a major announcement. And we waited and waited and waited, and there was an announcement. That same day, he was on Good Morning Football, and he was talking about wanting to be Comeback Player of the Year. Yeah, he's put it out there that he wants to be Comeback Player of the Year. Now, if you are thinking you're going to be Comeback Player of the Year, I don't think that if you're coming back in the middle of the season that you are going to get Comeback Player of the Year. I mean, granted, it was devastating, the knee injury, but you're going to need to have a longer season than just half of it. So my question is his recovery way ahead of schedule, where he may be out there for most of the season, which would be miraculous? I don't know. I would love to know. I would love to know. But we won't know until we get closer to training camp and see where exactly he is. Oh man, wisteria. Dad loves some wisteria. What's crazy is how things you didn't really pay attention to before, that when you lose somebody, that they come around and they remind you of that person, things that you were missing each and every day and seeing. When you lose somebody, you start noticing them more and more. I've got to get home and start practicing. All right. I don't know that I can do it. I don't know that I can do my dad's eulogy and read his obituary. But my brothers and sisters and my mother, they said, I want you to do it. Yeah. Have a good one, good people. Peace out.